Imagine you're thousands of feet above the frozen skies of Alaska. Everything is calm, until two blazing lights, each the size of your own Boeing 747, appear beside you, hovering, heating your cockpit like a furnace. This isn't science fiction. It happened on November 17, 1986, to Japan Airlines Flight 1628. Tonight, we follow the encounter that even NORAD tracked but governments buried. This is the Alaska UFO incident. That night, weather over Alaska was clear and calm. Japan Airlines Flight 1628, a cargo 747 carrying wine and microchips from Paris to Tokyo, cruised at 35,000 feet. At the controls, Captain Kenju Terauchi, a veteran pilot with over 10,000 flight hours. Beside him, First Officer Takanori Hata and Flight Engineer Yoshio Tsukuba. At 5:10 p.m., Terauchi spotted two bright lights at his 7 o'clock position. Small at first, then growing rapidly larger. Seconds later, they were flying right alongside his aircraft, motionless, silent, and blinding. Through binoculars, the crew saw something beyond explanation. Two rotating, cylindrical objects, lined with hundreds of glowing ports, hovering without wings or sound. Anchorage radar initially showed no other traffic, but the crew insisted, "These are not stars. These are emitting light." Then, something even stranger. The object slid sideways across the nose of the 747, glowing brighter until the cockpit's temperature rose 5 degrees, as if a silent heat wave had filled the air. Moments later, they shot upward into the dark, leaving no contrails, no sound. Just as the crew caught their breath, two faint blue-white lights appeared directly ahead, too symmetrical to be stars. When the captain banked right, the lights followed. When he descended, they descended too. Then the starlight revealed a shape, a massive black silhouette, cigar-shaped, stretching longer than the Space Needle. Anchorage radar confirmed it. Two targets, the 747 and another metallic object, moving in perfect sync for 14 minutes. Then suddenly the unknown vanished, not fading away, but erased in a single radar sweep. When Flight 1628 landed, military and FAA officials surrounded the plane. Recordings, radar tapes, and navigation data were seized. The three pilots were separated and interrogated for hours, then told to sign non-disclosure forms. The official explanation? Astronomical phenomena, possibly Mars or Jupiter. But behind closed doors, copies of the radar data and cockpit recordings told another story, one that refused to die. Years later, FAA investigator John Callahan revealed the truth. He had secretly saved the radar tapes showing real, synchronized targets, moving beyond the limits of known aircraft. Experts calculated the objects accelerated from a dead hover to Mach 0.83 in under 2 seconds, without sound or air disturbance. No known human technology could perform such maneuvers in 1986, or even today. Captain Terauchi was quietly removed from flight duty soon after speaking publicly. He later said, "What I saw was not made by human hands, nor confined to human dimensions." His crew agreed. Their accounts matched perfectly, even after hours of isolation and interrogation. Since that night, pilots around the world have whispered about the Alaska encounter. To some, it's proof of unknown physics, propulsion beyond inertia and sound. To others, it's the perfect example of how truth can be classified out of existence. But one thing is certain: Japan Airlines Flight 1628 carried more than wine and cargo that night. It carried a mystery, one that still challenges science, governments, and the limits of what we dare to believe. When you look to the night sky, remember, over Alaska once, a shadow followed a 747, and then slipped away, as if the universe had closed a secret door behind it.